Like, I just want to take a bite. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. Today, we are doing another first run impressions video. Those are Ariana's dirty running clothes. But we're going to do another first run impressions video on another shoe that you guys wanted me to take a look at. And that is the Hoka Bondi 8. Bondi 8, pretty sure Bondi. I'm excited to run in this. I've always really liked the Bondi. Although today's run is on the short side. We're just doing a 5K, but that's all right. All we need to do is just run in the shoe and see how we like it. So let's go for a run. I just want to say today is like the first day that it's not 90 degrees out while I'm running, and it was literally bliss. It's 73 degrees right now. I mean, I would take a 75, 76, 77 even. But in the 70s, it's where it's at. Who's with me? I'm showered, I'm dressed, and I'm ready to talk about the Jolly Blue Giant right here, the Hoka Bondi 8. The colorway of this particular shoe just like, I don't know, it screams plush and soft and gentle to me. I don't know what it is about this shoe, but it just gives me that vibe. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that this shoe was sent to me by Running Warehouse and Hoka. However, neither company is going to see this before you. They can't tell me what to say, and all of my opinions are always my own. As always, let's start with the upper. Hoka is using an engineered mesh for the Hoka Bondi 8. It is plush as can be, very, very soft inside. The tongue is extremely padded. Through the midfoot, you're not gonna find a ton of overlays, but the shoe does feel structured regardless. And if we go to the back, the heel counter is considered an internal heel counter, which really does lock that ankle pretty well into place and feels sturdy externally as well. This is a very, very plush upper. It's like putting a comforter for a bed on top of your foot, which is comfortable, but there is one thing that this shoe does have an issue with, and that's breathability. I wore this shoe today on a very kind of nice, mild day, despite the crazy temperatures that New York has been having, but my foot felt hot. I do like a comfortable upper, I do like a plush upper, but this might be a little too much beef for me. I don't know. But some positives here about this shoe is that I do feel like they kind of widened out that forefoot a bit. It feels like I have a little bit more room for my toes to spread out and breathe. And the platform feels a little bit more stable, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I just feel like they made this a roomier shoe. I know Hokas can have a tendency to be a bit narrow, or at least that's what a lot of you say, and I have a narrow foot, so I believe you. Now, it's great that they made this shoe a little bit more roomy for people who have wider feet and, you know, just want a little extra space. But for me, I felt like this felt a little bit clunky-ish, just like a big shoe, and I mean, it is a big shoe, so that's what it's gonna feel like. Something interesting that I just noticed about this shoe, I don't know if it's just my pair, is that on one side, this shoe has a gusseted tongue on the medial side, but on the lateral side, the tongue isn't gusseted. And I just went and checked my other shoe, and it's the same way. Doesn't really do anything, but it's just interesting, strange. I don't know why they did that. Maybe there's a reason for it that they can explain. I did get a little bit of a hot spot under the ball of my foot in this shoe. It could have been the sock that I wore. They are a teeny bit thicker. Other than that, I had no issues with blisters or irritation. And if you don't care about the upper being a little bit on the thicker side and you just want a very comfortable plush upper sitting on top of your foot, just hugging it ever so gently, then you're gonna love this upper. But if you like a thinner upper, I would stay away from this. All right, we're jumping down to the midsole. Hoka is using an EVA foam here. It is full length, no bells or whistles. However, Hoka says that this EVA foam is 30% softer than the traditional EVA. And what we love about Hoka is the rockered midsole. And I could be wrong about this, but I feel like Hoka is sort of the pioneer of the rockered midsole. I can't really remember too many shoes before Hoka's that were doing that. So they are the OGs, at least in my book. And Hoka has also incorporated into the Bondi 8 something new for the shoe, I believe, and that's a rear crash pad. They kind of like built up the heel of this shoe a little bit, giving you more foam, and it sticks out. It just gives you a more stable kind of landing on that heel area, and it just further helps to roll you into your next stride. You got a big hunk of foam here. It's like I just want to take a bite. It's like a big layer, like a chunk of cake under your foot. And it feels very, very cushioned, as you might imagine. You're not going to feel any bounce or energy return or spring from this foam like you would in a shoe with a high stack, like the Super Calm Trainer from New Balance. Completely different ride here. Not going to get that same feeling, but you are going to get a very plush ride that's easy on your feet, which I think is what this shoe wants to do. Really, Bondis are supposed to be the easy day, long run shoe, or not even long run, just an easy day shoe. For example, today I took it on a 5K run, and some of you will be like, only a 5K, but a lot of people are doing that on easy runs, including myself. And it was exactly what I needed for my legs. I was just kind of tore up from yesterday's speed workout, and the Bondi 8 just gave me a softer landing pad for my foot, and it was much appreciated. A lot of times shoes with very high stack like this are unstable, but one thing that Hoka does really well, and I think they did even better in the Bondi 8, was they really widened out the platform. It gives it an even more stable feeling. This is a neutral shoe, but if you're looking for just a little bit of stability and just some more confidence on the road that your foot's not gonna roll this way or outward too much, I think that this is a good option. While it's subtle, I did feel the rocker technology a little bit, just helping me go into my next stride. And I kind of needed that help because, again, my legs were just kind of crushed. But that does bring up something in my mind that I do want to talk about. And the shoe just feels a little bit heavy because it is. The weight, I did kind of feel that today. And again, that could just be because my legs are tired, but still something that I want to bring to your attention. However, people wearing this shoe might not be so concerned with the weight. After all, it's supposed to be like the easy day Plush shoe where you can just run any pace you want and not give a crap and just enjoy yourself out there. So if you don't really care what your pace is, you're not trying to do sprints in this shoe, which I would highly not recommend, then you might just be fine and not really care about the weight. I definitely think this will be a great long run shoe for a lot of people. Marathon shoe, if you're not looking to wear a carbon plated racer, this is a great option. You're gonna have lots of protection under your foot for 26.2 miles. And I think it's a really good shoe. I just think it is a little bit clunky. I do think that this foam feels better than the previous model and just gives you a little more give and cushion under your foot. Moving on down to the outsole, Hoka is using rubber in really only the places that you need it. It's there, but it's not invasive, which I like. And we do have some exposed foam in the middle. Let's face it, I only wore this for a 5K today. It was dry and sunny outside, but the traction felt good. I didn't feel like it was slipping out from under me. And I think that it'll be good in different conditions as well, such as rain and other types of terrain. I know on the Bondi 7, I used to take that on some like buffed out-ish trails and I had no problem with it whatsoever. And I think you're gonna have that same situation here. Time will tell, but I think that this rubber is ready to tear up the road. Yeah. The Hoka Bondi 8 is $164.95 on runningwarehouse.com, which is a hefty price for a hefty shoe. However, my disclaimer is that I think this is gonna give you a crap ton of miles. I mean, miles upon miles upon miles. So you will get your use, or you will get your $164 or $5 out of this shoe. But yeah, it is a heftier price tag, which is something that you may want to consider. If you do want to consider purchasing it, I will place a link in the description of this video. Just click that link and pick up your own pair. However, just keep in mind that is an affiliate link, but it doesn't mean much for you. It just helps out my channel so I can sit here with this big blue beluga shoe. 20 minutes till my real job starts. Just procrastinating. Nothing to see here. So in conclusion, I like this shoe. I think it's a nice update from the previous model. I don't know if it will be my #1 long run shoe at the moment because it's kind of warm, in my opinion. It doesn't stray too far from what the Bondi already was. I think it just makes some minor adjustments so that more people can enjoy this shoe as well. I hope to get it to 50 miles to see how it does once it has a little bit more wear to it. Well everyone, that concludes my first run impressions of the Hoka Bondi 8. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit the notifications bell so you can find out every time I upload a new video. I just realized how oddly color coordinated I am with this shoe. Hang on, I'll show you. I mean, I completely didn't plan that. So I have another video for you coming up. It's going to be my week 6 recap of Suffolk County Marathon training. But until then, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like Heller. See you next time. Ruby, can you help me settle this for a second? Who wore it better? Me? The yellow? Or the shoe? Who wore it better? Wag once for me. Don't wag for the shoe. Damn savage.